What's going on, guys? So today I'm out here in Indiana and we're going to take a look at this brand new 2025 Forest River Salem 44 View. This is a triple axle destination style travel trailer. There's a lot going on and we're going to try to show you some of the things that make this thing truly stand out. Hang tight, I'll be right back. First off, let's talk about why they call this the View. That's because there's 224 square feet of windows on the door side that give you a tremendous view and visibility outside of your RV, if you can, of course, park it next to something that's really scenic. Also, there is no door side slide on this unit, and that's kind of typical of these types of units. They're not going to put a door side slide because they don't want to obstruct that huge window view that you have. Something that you may not be able to tell from here, but there's a serving counter outside of the window as well. Basically, when you look at one of these units, they're designed to be kind of a semi-permanent unit. You're not really going to be towing this thing all over the country from campsite to campsite to campsite. You might move it occasionally, but the goal of a destination unit is that you use it at a specific area. Maybe you have a lake view, maybe you have a full-time spot at an RV campground somewhere and you want to park it there and keep it there. They've done a lot of really great things to allow you to have that better experience, including the ability for you to put like a 40-foot deck next to this unit. Now, the stabilizer jacks that you see on this unit are actually optional. That's mainly because people that get these types of units typically will block the unit. They'll put concrete cinder blocks at the ends of the unit to keep it 100% stable so they can put a deck system in front of it. But you can get it with optional scissor jacks. They are manual style scissor jacks. The side coat on this unit as well is made out of a true gel coat. It's a poured glass hung sidewall. So the framing isn't aluminum, it's 2x2 wood studs. They use extra steel supports around where the windows are to give it reinforcement and to give it more rigidity. But the actual gel coat that's on the side of this unit is very similar to what you might see on a motorhome or even other high-end RVs like a Cedar Creek. Something else that you may be able to notice are those brackets that hang down from the front and the back of the unit. Those are actually hurricane tie-down straps in the event that you want to secure your RV to the ground in case you have a windstorm coming through or just high winds in general. This gives you a little bit of extra peace of mind to know that you can at least strap your unit to the ground and possibly help in some way mitigate how wind will impact your unit in a very high wind environment. And something else that's all new for 2025 is what they call their blade lighting. So if you look at the light underneath the awning, typically it's like a typical LED light strip. It's got little LEDs spaced about a ½ inch apart. But their new blade lighting is essentially a consistent solid strip that runs the entire length of the awning underneath. And you can kind of see in the top corner here next to this wildwood where it has the older fashion, and then you look at this new one in front of us and you can see just how much more solid and pristine that blade lighting really gives from a light output perspective. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hop inside this 2025 44 View from the folks over at Salem. Okay, so as we step inside the 44 View, you're going to see this beautiful spiral staircase. They're kind of the ones that pioneered this. I love it because it takes up such a small footprint, but it gives you really easy and safe access to the loft area. As we pan around to the left, you can really see that they've updated the interior of this unit, especially with that waterfall edge that comes off of the solid surface countertop here in the kitchen. That island looks absolutely beautiful. And the batten strip lighting on the roof, I think, gives it a really modern and also extremely bright interior appearance, which is also really nice. And as we pan around to the right, you'll see these really nice storage bins that are kind of tucked away, kind of underneath the spiral staircase and the loft area. Stepping into the master bedroom, this is beautiful. Look at all these windows. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Having this many windows gives you an absolutely amazing view to look out at if you're in a scenic area. Plus you have what they call the versatile power tilting bed. This is a 66 by 80 king bed. You have some storage underneath it as well, so you have the ability to put your shoes and maybe some extra clothing in there. Plus a fireplace in the room. I love seeing a fireplace in the room. I kind of would have preferred that it be in front of the bed, but this is still nice. We have our wardrobe area up here as well. So you got a good amount of wardrobe in here. You got a hanger up top to be able to put things on. Also nice storage in this area. A lot of storage in this unit. This is actually kind of surprising. When you have a unit this big, you kind of wonder where the compromise is going to be. You have a pull-out drawer here, as well as the ability to turn off your ice maker from the other side of that drawer, so you can take the drawer out to access it if you want. I love the color tones. They have a really kind of a bamboo look to them. It just looks beautiful and it blends in really well. Plus, you have some nighttime roller shades so you can get yourself some really good privacy at night. You have a 4-drawer wardrobe here. They're all soft closing as well, so that's really nice. Not all the drawers in this unit are soft closing, but it's good to see that they put them in areas where you would kind of want them to be, such as your main wardrobe. I love the design on the door as well. Huge glass sliding door. Again, these things are really designed to feel more like you're in essentially like a tiny home more than an RV. Okay, so this is a big improvement over the previous model. The fact that I asked very, very strongly for a half bathroom in this unit in addition to the main bath. Check it out. You have your wall vent on the side up there simply because you have a loft above you, so you need to have some way to vent air out. Nice stainless steel bowl sink, nice upgraded countertop. I love the little rack down here. You can put your towels on it. Porcelain foot flush toilet. I love also how it widens towards the back so you get more elbow room. Spot for towels as well. Coming around this way, beautiful LG refrigerator. This is a nice full-size residential refrigerator. Most of the refrigerators you see in RVs will also be counter depth, so they're not as deep as some of the ones you might get in your home. Nice drawer down here with ice maker in the drawer. Looking inside the fridge, again, this is a very, very residential fridge. This is the type of fridge you might have in your home, so it's great to see that you're getting high-end appliances in something like this. And it's also great to see they're not decontenting it. They're still putting name brand things like LG. A lot of countertops, a lot of cabinets up top, really nice microwave, full-size residential, as well as a nice residential drop-in stove oven range. That is beautiful. Love to see those in this unit because if you get something like this, you're going to set it up in a way that's very residential. So it's always nice to know that you have residential level appliances. And I love these pull-out pantries. These are absolutely awesome. I would love to see more of these in homes, but you really see a lot of these in RVs. They're super easy to access what you're trying to get to. You know, in our home, we have one that's kind of on this carousel in a corner, and it's super difficult to get to the things that are on the bottom shelf in the back of the carousel. So having something like that makes a lot of sense. Love this island. I love the fact that it overhangs and gives you some bar stool areas. This is just a great place to sit and eat. I mean, if you think about it, you might have a beautiful view behind you with all the light inside. It's gorgeous. I love the dark tinted stainless steel sink, along with all this multi-purpose utility capabilities. You have a soap dispenser. You also have a water or a glass cleaner there as well. Very, very modern, contemporary. Lots of utility in this sink. A lot of places to strain things. You have your cutting board, which slides in as well. And then here are your controls. So this is different. They've put them in a different area than you might normally see them. Plus electric blinds. Check that out. Who would have thought that you would be getting electric blinds on a destination style unit? That is absolutely amazing. And I imagine they do it simply because it gives you access to kind of rolling them all down or up at the same time. But that is an absolutely wonderful feature. Then you have your shade controls for individual shades, or you can put them up and down individually. You have a TV lift as well for your televator. That is really, really cool. What do you guys think of that? That's kind of shocking, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. You can see that some of these windows are also emergency exits. And again, 224 square feet of windows. That is insane. Check out the very contemporary LED lighting above the island as well. Plus, again, the batten strip lighting looks absolutely beautiful. They've done a fantastic job in this unit with lighting. It just feels incredibly bright. And outside of the unit, it's relatively dark. So, you can tell that the interior is extremely well illuminated. Coming here towards the back, you can see that you have a full residential sectional, which is really nice. Tons of room for different people. You could probably seat maybe, I'm going to say you could seat more than 4 or 5 people here if they're, including kids or you're including smaller folks. But the fact is that this is something you would typically see in a home or a condo. And it gives you a tremendous amount of seating capability. Because if you get something like this, you may be taking your whole family out to the cabin or out to your destination trailer to be able to enjoy a lake view or something like that. Then you want to be able to support them all. You have your televator right here. Again, solid surface countertops. Beautiful fireplace below it. I'm not a huge fan of the fully reflective face on those fireplaces. I kind of like it when you can see the fake logs behind them. You have your JBL sound system here. You also have JBL speakers on the outside of the unit as well, and you can select between the outside and interior speakers, which is really nice. Coming around. So you have a cool little kind of a bar area behind the sofa or behind the sectional, which is nice. And it flips up, so you have some storage inside of it as well. That is cool. That's a great place to put comforters, extra pillows, things like that, especially if you anticipate you're going to have guests or little kids and you want to have a place to store that stuff so it's not taking up all your closet space. Love the staircase that goes up to the second loft in the back of this unit. Absolutely beautiful. Tons and tons of sleeping accommodations up here. This is where the kids would want to be. You know, the kids would probably have their iPads out, and if you can get them off their iPads, they probably have their puzzles out or whatever they use when they're not using electronics these days. But beautiful area, has some nice storage, plus has the ability for you to plug things in. USB connections everywhere. You have cable satellite connections there as well, so you can put a TV up there and have the kids watch their own movie upstairs. Here's one of your 2 air conditioning units. And you have your ceiling fan as well. And those do a good job just circulating air throughout the unit. That's kind of the point. It's just to give you a great way of circulating air so you don't have to worry about air getting stagnant in some part of your RV. Now, as we step into the bathroom, check out this hinging mechanism. This is so cool. It basically hinges in a way to where it takes up very little room, and it allows you to kind of build a room in a different way so the door doesn't have to be as taken into consideration, if that makes sense. Stepping into the primary bathroom. Now this is going to be the full bathroom, so you have a half bathroom on the front side of this, and your primary bathroom's in the rear. Huge shower. That is typically what you would see in a large fifth wheel or even a home. Plus multi shower spray heads in there as well. Very luxurious feeling bathroom. The bathroom's really, really large in this unit. You have your sink and vanity here. Mirror above. Nice LED lighting above that as well. Plenty of light inside of the bathroom. Area to hang a towel. Then you have your drawer storage, and beneath it you have a rack storage, so you could put more towels or more toiletries, whatever you need to put right there. Then you're going to have some storage back here. Plenty of room in here for any extras you may have. Again, towels, toiletries, things like that. And you can kind of use it as extra storage as well. That is your fuses and breakers below. You have another wall vent right here as well, because you have a loft above this unit that won't allow you to have a roof vent, so they put a wall vent instead. Nice roller shades. These are blackout shades, so you get a lot of nice privacy whenever you want to close them. This is where your washer and dryer would go. Plus you have some hanging storage in there as well if you don't get a washer and dryer in this unit. Very, very cool. And then your plumbing connections are probably some of the easiest connections I've seen that you can get to. Again, your multi-shower sprayer head up here. Absolutely beautiful. They've done a lot in these units to truly make them something that, let's say you are saving up for a home and you want to get something in the meantime, something that you can put in a specific area. Maybe you have a piece of land and you want to have something out there until you build your home. Or maybe you never plan on building a home and you want to have something out there that acts as a home. This is really nice. Plus you have your 3 sliding glass panel door there. This is super cool. What do you guys think? Let's hop outside and see what the outside's all about. So starting from the front, working our way back, you can see it has a very traditional destination style front cap to it. Again, these things aren't going to be super aerodynamic. They are incredibly tall, and they will absolutely require a very heavy duty vehicle to move them where you want them to go. Even though they're not as heavy as some units, they are definitely going to create a huge wind profile, and they'll have a lot of tongue weight to them. So just keep that in mind. A lot of folks actually get these moved to where they want them, and they kind of leave them there as a semi-permanent RV. You have your 3 windows up front, plus the windows above. Slide out right here, all LED lighting. Up front, I like the fact that they're putting a higher end coupler on these units. Looks like a Demco coupler, but could be a Kurt, but it's still a very high-end coupler, which is nice. You have a spot for 2 40-pound propane cans as well, plus a spot for your chains and your 7-way connector. And something else that I've noticed that's really cool about these units is the fact that they include slide-out toppers or top awnings on all of their slide-outs. So you can see the slide-outs all back here have slide-out top awnings, which are really, really nice. And they help in many ways, especially if you have trees and things around your RV. They can keep things from staying on top of your slide. You have limited storage here. This is going to actually be one of your underbed storages. You can see part of the VersaTilt system there as well, which is what tilts up the bed. The reason why you don't see a lot of exterior storage on these units is because people who typically get one of these will have some other type of storage means. They'll maybe build a small shed, something that they will use to be able to manage storage. That's to access the back of your refrigerator. But yeah, they're really, really nice units if you want to put them somewhere, again, in that semi-permanent type environment where you have a lot of beautiful things around you and you simply want to have the most capability to have a residential experience in a towable unit. You have some power out here. This is great if you might have, let's say, a golf cart or something that you're going to park around, or maybe you're running power tools or battery chargers. Maybe you're building the deck that goes next to it and you need to be able to keep all of your tools charged and maintained. Beautiful sliding door right here. Again, this is one of the keys to a destination unit, which gives it that very residential feel. You see steel steps, but that's mainly because most people will put a deck next to these. Same with the aluminum wheels. You typically aren't going to see the wheels because you'll have something blocking them or a deck in front of them. But it does have 3 axles. I know a lot of people have said these huge destination units should have 3 axles. You're now getting 3 axles. I love the fact that they put a serving tray underneath one of the doors. This is really cool. Window. This is really cool because if you have kiddos outside, especially if you have a deck area, this gives you the capability of kind of handing food through the window, and the window slides open nice and easy. You have cable and satellite connections out here as well if you want to put a table, something in place so you can watch movies, watch sports, things like that outside of your RV, which that's kind of the purpose of having something like this as well. So you can explore both the interior and you can be outside with nature. Beautiful gel coat. You have your JBL speakers out here also. Nice glass door. So this is your traditional RV style door, and this is not taking you directly into a bedroom like a lot of units have. This one actually takes you into kind of the living room / bedroom area. It takes you to a really great spot in the RV. So once you go inside, you can either make a right to go into your living room or a left to go into the bedroom. Those are the windows for your loft up top. And then the window on the back, that's your bathroom window. All LED lighting. There's no bumper on this unit, and there's no hitch on this unit either. But really, really nice. This specific one doesn't appear to be pre-wired for a backup camera, but that doesn't mean you can't get one. It is prepped for the on-the-go ladder system from Lippert. So if you get that extendable telescopic ladder, you can place it up there. Very cool. But what do you guys think of this unit? This thing is absolutely massive. Again, 44 feet long, 224 square feet of windows. This thing is huge. Triple axle, super tall, tons of room. It can sleep a lot of people. This is the type of thing a lot of people are interested in. Just keep in mind from a towability perspective, again, this isn't your traditional travel trailer that you're going to move all over the country from site to site to site. You're typically going to put this somewhere, block it, maybe build a deck to it, and have it as a kind of like a mini home on that piece of property. But no pricing was provided for this video, unfortunately. I'm sure these things will be in dealership lots relatively soon, so you'll be able to see what they're asking. And of course, look at the sale price, not the actual MSRP. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we will talk